Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
The big question for Jeff right now, am I going to have to water my garden when I get off tonight or not?
Or is Mother Nature going to handle it? Yeah.
Pretty good chance Mother Nature's going to take care of that for you.
I'm going to hold you to that. If I miss it today, I'm
and hopefully we're just talking about watering things and nothing worse than that. We are keeping an eye, though, on storms this afternoon. There is at least a limited threat that some of these could be strong to severe as they move on through. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you have a way to get weather alerts. We'll, of course, be watching and tracking things for you here on our newscast. And you can also keep up with the storms on the Way 31 Storm Tracker weather app. The good news is, at the moment, we don't have any severe weather that's occurring. Some of these storms, though, packing a little bit of a punch as they move on through. We're primarily looking at wind and hail threats out of these. We'll track this line coming across northwestern Alabama eastward. We'll be arriving around the I-65 corridor over the next hour to hour and a half or so. Some of these storms reaching you in Athens by 4:53, Decatur by 5:11, downtown Huntsville coming in a little after 5:30. Of course, the west-northwest side of town, you will see them a little bit earlier than that. Again, monitoring for any severe weather potential. As we mentioned earlier, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 8 o'clock this evening. And the two main threats that we'll be watching for: wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and hail that could get to the size of quarters or maybe a little bit larger than that. The tornado potential looks unlikely, but I rarely say there's zero chance of it. What I will say is that there's not a whole lot of spin in the atmosphere for storms to tap into, which is the main difference between today and what we had middle of last week. So that's why we expect tornado likelihood to be quite low, but we'll, of course, keep a close watch on the storm. I'm constantly checking to see what the storms are doing, how they're organized, and we'll be monitoring it all closely through this evening. Latest here with future radar showing that the storms will continue to advance from the shoals and eastward, and there might be a little isolated activity that develops out ahead of the main band. That main band, though, arriving between 6 and 7 through much of Madison County, beginning to move into parts of western Marshall County by 7 o'clock this evening, and then continuing through Sand Mountain through the evening hours. But they'll be losing their punch as we head past sunset this evening. And by midnight tonight, future radar suggesting everything will be out of here. Tomorrow will be a quieter day for us. Some cloud cover first thing in the morning on your Wednesday, and then we may pick up a few showers through the day tomorrow, but in general not expecting to track a whole lot of rain for your Wednesday, and certainly no threat of anything severe showing up for us tomorrow. Temperatures later tonight eventually find their way back into the low 60s, maybe into the upper 50s there around Fort Payne. Forecast for you tomorrow, again, won't rule out a stray shower, but most of us will likely make it through the day on a dry note. Wind will be out of the west and the northwest around 10 to 15, and your temperatures not bad, climbing through the 60s in the morning into the mid to upper 70s, maybe even right around 80 in a few spots tomorrow afternoon, including Huntsville, Decatur, Muscle Shoals, Scottsboro at 79, and we'll go upper 70s in Fort Payne tomorrow as well. Here's a breakdown of your Way 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. Chance that you get wet tomorrow is only 20%. Thursday, not expecting any rain in the area. We're back up to 85 for the high. And then into the week, we'll get another push of showers and thunderstorms coming in. Some of that rain may linger into part of the weekend. Saturday looking like we'll have some damp weather around. Sunday, though, is trending drier with weekend temperatures expected to be running into the low to mid 80s. And at least right now, the data not suggesting a severe weather threat for the end of the week, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. Monday, Tuesday next week, borderline hot, almost at 90. And then we'll see the warmth, the humidity, and the return of some showers and some thunderstorms again towards the middle of next week. We'll, of course, have another radar update for you in the next 30 minutes as we continue to track those storms coming in from the shoals across the rest of the area.
Thanks,
Jeff.